Welcome to a brief video on how to adapt the mounted MI752 to the AuthentiKit mounting rig. Up until recently, the mount of choice has been the Alcam MDM12DA. Unfortunately for our community members in North America, this mount is not available there. As most of you know, the mounting pole is inverted, and the AuthentiKit components hang off the desk or tabletop. Here is an Alcam mount with a Mosquito Mark 9 control column and spade grip. And here's a complete system using the Alcam with the control column, spade grip, throttle quadrant, elevator trim wheel, and rudder trim wheel. But we're here to talk about a new discovery, a mount equivalent to the Alcam, but available in the US and Canada. Side by side, they look very much alike. Both are very robustly constructed with structural members far larger than everyday, inexpensive mounts. Here's roughly what the mounting hub and arms look like when they're removed from the box. In this video, we'll show you how to disassemble and reassemble the mount to produce this configuration, which is what we will use for our flight controls. If you bend your system to look like this, you'll see two parallel sets of one long arm and one short arm between the center hub and the two VESA plates. Orient your mount to look like this on your work surface. Note the holes in the center hub should face you. Pop off the plastic caps and set aside for later. Flip the entire assembly over and using the provided Allen wrench, loosen and remove the bolt and set aside. Disassemble the joint using the Allen wrench. Retain the two plastic spacers and the bolt. Move to the other side, remove the plastic caps, and take apart the joint using the Allen wrench. Once again, retain the bolt and the two plastic spacers. Disassemble the joint using the Allen wrench. And now you have liberated one of the long arms. Just a reminder, when you reassemble the joints in the next steps, don't forget to reinsert the plastic spacers on the top and on the bottom. Attach one end of the free long arm to the assembly and don't forget the spacers. Only tighten enough to hold the joint together. You should now have an assembly with a short arm and two long arms like this. Connect the other end of the long arm to the center hub using a bolt and two spacers. Almost finished. Bend, reorient, or otherwise wrestle the assembly to look something like this. Make sure the cable clips are on the bottom. Mount your center pole to your desk or table. This is important. Slide the 48mm clutch grip onto the pole and move it all the way to the top. Using the appropriate Phillips head screws from the mounted kit, attach the mounting system to the vertical pole. Adjust your assembly per the directions on the AuthentiKit webpage, tighten the bolts, and snap on the caps. The VESA plate on the end of the assembly can tilt to 180 degrees. Once you have attached your control column or stick and have it oriented properly, tighten the vessel plate using the provided wrench and bolt as shown. This should not move. And that's it. You're finished.